AMCC Baseball, my favorite baseball team out there,
Wow,
the Hilbert
thank you.
Hawks.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. What is the season going to look like this year? You already went down to, where were you again?
Fort Pierce, Florida.
Fort Pierce, Florida. You guys had a decent run down there.
Probably the best start we've had in a while. I don't know if that's embarrassing or if that's good, but we were 4-5. But we could have left 6-3 probably, or 5-4
Okay.
definitely. So I don't know. Our pitching is going to need to come around. It's not their fault. We're kind of short staffed. Got a lot of young guys too. Offensively, we shocked me. I didn't think we'd hit the way we're hitting. And then our defense has got to kind of pick it up too. But like I said, we got a lot of young guys. So
Real quick shout out to Isaiah and Ian. They've been good offensively for you guys.
They've been good offensively.
Bono. We need to mention
I
Bono
mean,
right
You
now.
guys, and you guys are returning a lot of key players from last year's playoff run.
Yeah, Ryan Bonafide is going to be one of the best players in this area, let alone just the conference. And then, Ian's swinging the stick well right now. So hopefully he can just find a home defensively and kind of settle down. And Isaiah, we're not expecting Isaiah to hit 300 or 400. We're just expecting him to play a solid shortstop, make the plays, because at the end of the day, if we can play clean baseball, we have a better chance of winning.
So you think for you guys right now, the focus should be improving defensively?
Oh, yes, and especially for some of the young guys is defensively.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you're listening, young grasshoppers.
For real though, we need more views.
So where do you guys see being again in the playoffs?
I'd like to be. Obviously, we all like to be. I hope so, and I think we can definitely get there. But our schedule kind of falls tough this year. Where last year we kind of finished with the weaker portion of the conference schedule. So when we need to make a run, it was a little bit easier to do so.
Okay.
With favorable matchups. This year is kind of tough, but at the same time, our conference doesn't seem as strong as it usually is. So I think we could make it.
Mm-hmm.
We could end up there. Plus, it'd be a nice story because we were preseason ranked at the bottom, which.
Ooh.
I wasn't shocked about, just simply because of what we lost, what we gained. A very new head coach, 9 freshmen.
okay.
We lost both aces we had.
Listen,
we lost Paul
AMCC
Luzak.
Sports.
Yeah.
The people making the rankings don't know who the incoming freshmen are. It's
Yeah,
not like
exactly.
Division I where they have a full bio
Right,
on every
right,
player.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're kind of guessing,
So,
shot in the dark.
Right, exactly. And like I said, we lost Paul Luzak, huge player for us last year. We got a brand new head coach, brand new coaching staff. 9 freshmen, 3 or 4 of them starting,
Okay.
a couple in the pitching staff. So
And
they don't know.
Nothing matters in preseason
No,
anyways.
exactly. I wasn't shocked about the rankings, but they didn't bother me. But yeah, it'd be sweet to finish in the playoffs again.
I think you guys are going to prove him wrong. Let's give a quick shout out to Volvers. What's he going to mean for the team this season?
He's a lefty, man. He's a senior. He's a leader. He's just got to get out there and throw some strikes and be calm, settle down.
He's a senior?
Yeah,
We should have him come on the pod.
yeah. Get him on the pod. Let him talk a little bit. He's got a lot of baseball knowledge. He's got a great work ethic. Probably the best work ethic I've ever seen. So, he's gonna be big for us this year, especially if we're going to the playoffs, especially
Okay.
making a run.
So you guys have a new coaching staff. Have there been any differences between last year's coach and this year's?
Oh, there's been a lot of differences.
Like what? Like what?
A lot of
Total
differences.
360 probably.
Oh my God, not even like a 720. It was
150%.
Not only just
350%.
discipline and kind of control the team, but when it comes to practice plans, guys kind of know what they're talking about. A lot of experience. We got a really experienced coaching staff. I'd say from the head coach all the way down to 4 out of the 5 3 out of the 4 assistants. We probably got 20, maybe 20 plus years of college baseball experience between them. So they
And
know.
you didn't have that last year?
Oh my God, no! We had 1 year Dan Grissman, and then our head coach didn't even play, and then we had Drew, who was our pitching coach at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
It's huge. I mean, and then we got Brendan Toohey. He's from Baldwin Wallace, which was a good team, but he was an All-American, so he's got some skill. He brought us some new things. A lot of things that were kind of textbook talking things, not even actually skill level things. It was nice. So we're looking up. In the future, the program's looking up, whether I'm here or not, so.
Okay. Why does baseball do the doubleheaders? I never understood that.
Well, I didn't know. Spencer apparently says so that we save money. We take 1 bus trip down places, 1 bus trip back. I've always, you do it growing up, kind of like your whole life, and especially when you're playing travel ball, you go to tournaments or you go play teams on a Sunday. You just play 2 games. It's just. I mean, it's baseball. I don't know how to
Is it
explain it.
because baseball is less demanding in terms of endurance, like cardio-wise?
Oh, absolutely. Playing a doubleheader of a basketball or football game, obviously, would be incredible for those players to do. So, yeah, I think it might have to do a little bit with that, but it's just I mean,
Baseball is stuck in tradition, so do you kind of just do stuff just because that's the way it's always been?
I mean, you don't see double headers in the MLB, but that's
It's also because like when we run into a lot of problems with rain up here, and to eliminate less
Yeah.
rainouts and have more
Oh,
time
okay.
to make rescheduling, they
Put
do it
games
all in
together.
one day,
Yeah.
so they didn't have spaced out 2 different days. So you got to get your conference games in,
Yeah.
and then you need time at the end to if you need rescheduling.
I mean-
so it just makes scheduling easier and efficiency and money.
We have
Okay.
a pretty crazy schedule for the spring, but if you think about it, we end up playing 30 games in about 5 weeks, and that sounds crazy, but you're really playing 15 games in
Okay.
5 weeks. It's 15
Okay.
days of competition in
Right.
5 weeks.
Okay,
So
so that's not as bad.
no,
then.
it's not
Okay.
as right. So I mean, it's a way to get a big schedule in. I mean, you look at D1; those schools are playing 60 something games a year. I mean, it's a lot of doubleheaders.
They're still playing after we're done with school.
yeah, exactly.
Are they really?
Oh, especially if you're going to the World Series. I mean, you're
Oh,
going through
okay.
June and some of July, I think. Too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God,
Okay.
yeah. So
That's why I brought you on the pod, Brad. I would not have known that. All right. I'm going to show off all my baseball knowledge here. This is the way too early prediction. Who's going to win the World Series? I say it's the Kansas City Royals.
yeah, you're not showing off much baseball knowledge of that. Favorites right now are the Cubbies, the Indians, and the Red Sox, but the Yankees are a bunch of young bombers, man.
Let's go, baby Bombers,
I
baby.
can't wait to see what the Yankees have to do, but it's definitely way too early to tell. I mean, the Red Sox are the favorites last year, almost even going into the playoffs. Besides the Cubs having that great year, and so I think the Red Sox are someone to be reckoned with.
I think my heart says Yankees, but my head says Indians.
Yeah.
I think the Indians being there last year, and they only got better. They got Edwin Encarnacion now, and they're getting older and more experienced, and I think they're just nasty.
Okay. I hope to improve my baseball knowledge for you, Brad,
I'm not worried about
on
it,
future
dude.
podcasts. All right. This has been Brad Perrin. Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.